Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be explaining the end game as thoroughly as possible for those who've reached it or are going to reach it. This one's for you. There will be no story spoilers, mostly just showcasing some of what is going to be possible in the end game and helping you understand it thoroughly. There are a lot of different systems in there, but I want to break it down in an easy way for you to know what to do. We're going to get into a couple of things. First of all, when you play the game, you're going to have three options for difficulty. Pretty much walk in the park is easy. Best pay attention is normal. Sweating bullets is hard. That's what you start off with. Then you're going to get to level 5, invasion level 5. The only way to do that is just by getting XP, and you'll be able to get to level 5. Why do you want to get to level 5? This is where you get the best drops. This is where you get the best XP and the best resources. You're going to want to do this anyways, but that's just something that happens naturally by getting XP. You'll get past level 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is where I wanted to start off with because you're going to open this up, but what really opens up is the Nexus. This is something that you don't have on the menu when you first start, but you can see it says Finite Crisis. And in the Finite Crisis, you can do a lot of great things like get all of these rewards. So currently I almost have them all, as you can see. Really happy and excited about that. But basically this is the key to the end game. As far as why you're playing the end game, a big part of it is right here. On top of that, you can see the Finite Crisis says 128. That is basically my XP ranking inside of the Finite Crisis. Think about this as an episode, right? This is the first episode. This is the first addition to extra content, end game content. Okay. If I go and press this button here, it'll open up the second one, which we don't know what it is. It might be, the Joker's setup. It can be anybody. But the point is, right now we have the first episode and we're going to be getting into the second soon enough. I'm assuming when the season 1 starts. If you're watching this later, all gonna be out and you can play any of it. But the point is, this Finite Crisis is a ranking system, an XP system for me playing the end game content, which is called Incursions. We're gonna look into the map so you can see what they are. These are what they are. And they're pretty much their own places where you teleport to the else world and do missions. And they're pretty basic. One of them is a horde mode. And there's another one right here where you're sending a signal. And there's different cool things. What's awesome about it is that they all have the rewards you're looking for. So you can put it on whatever reward you like. Firearms, cool. We got you. Shields and grenades right here. So each of them will have separate rewards that you want to try and get and complete. Of course, there's a boss, which in this specific run is killing Brainiac. He's the #1 bad guy in this game. All right, so you're going to go in here and let's make believe this is our first incursion. And we're going to start off at the very lowest level, which is 1, mastery 1. All right, so this is incursion levels. And you want to pay attention to this because the higher you go, the better it is. If you just saw the rewards that I got, there's tiers to them. So this is important too, because now I can get the reward for the tier that I really want to get. Okay. So again, I'll give you an easy example of what I mean. Right in here, there's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Okay. Each of those weapons drop in that specific incursion. So I'm going to go to this incursion here and I'm going to put it on tier 1 if that's what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for tier 2, I have to go up in the mastery rankings and get to tier 2. Now that I'm in tier 2, I can go ahead and maximize and get the exact item that I was looking for in tier 2. Now let's just say I want a tier 3. I'm going to move up and go from there. Do I have to go to the highest level? Not really. But the facts are you get way more bonus rewards and a lot of stuff. If you have a strong build and you feel like you can handle these things easily, I recommend going ahead and trying to go higher personally. because you're going to get way more rewards. As you can see, the rewards slowly dwindle, and it's not worth it grinding the low ones if you feel like, hey, I can just do the same amount of time and finish the mission quickly. So that's what I recommend. As long as you're in the tier, it's fine. So for example, I'm in tier 2, level 10 was going to give me tier 2 loot. I'll get 7 rewards and possibly some drops, and then a bunch of XP and different things. And then now I'm going to pay for it. What? I got to pay? Yes. In-game currency is some resources that you'll collect at the end of the game. After you beat the story, they'll open up for you and you can start picking them up. So it says I need 3,000. I have a lot here, but how do I get those? Well, guess what? Every mission after the end game, just random missions, will most likely have some of the Promethium. They're called Promethium. This one right here, you see the P in green, it says 900. I can pick up some resources just by doing these quick little simple missions that probably will take me 5 minutes or less, and I can pick up a couple of great things. I did have a video breaking down how to get the best farming methods for that, and go watch that after this video. But the point is, you just need to do these missions and you're good to go. Just running around doing the missions. You could even you know, farm with some friends, help somebody else out, and you'll end up getting it. Okay, and then that's when you'll go in here, you'll pay the money, and you ready up and you complete the mission. We're not going to show you the mission. When the mission ends, you're going to get the rewards of what I'm telling you and what I really think we should all be grinding for, which I'm going to finish this up in a day. By the time you watch this video, hopefully I'm done. But as you can see, this is all I care about: getting the best loot, getting the best gear. So I'm going to pay attention to target the gear for what I need. I need some weapons. I'm going in here. Okay, and that's pretty much the game loop in the simplest form. And to kind of rewind it all again and then add some extra tips and tricks real quickly, you want to finish the story, which will open up the Nexus, which is right here, and that is going to let you see what type of weapons and gear you want to get from these items, and you're going to get the best rewards out of it. So then your open world will end up having these incursions that you can go to, but you have to use your resources to get in. It's like 1,000 points or something like that. So that's where you go around the world, completing them with the farming methods that I have. There's a bunch of good ones. And the main way to go forward, and the best method, I do have a video breaking down how to do the best method to maximize your potential, not only with the incursions, not only with the ranking system, but the Finite crisis and the mastery levels. Okay, so we're gonna have a video breaking that down. I got to 44 pretty much solo for the most part, and I'm gonna continue this and do an even better method now that I've figured it all out. You can go watch that next on the channel. We appreciate you guys. Hope y'all enjoy. See you on the next one.